Godzilla has hit Hollywood with the much maligned 1998 Godzilla film. But is it as bad as all that? Well... kinda? If this was just a big monster movie and didn't bear the Godzilla name, I think it would fare far better, because you wouldn't have the legacy of Godzilla behind you. And as a result, you wouldn't have to fit into the basics of the Godzilla character. Suddenly, they break a lot of those basics along the way, so they clearly didn't especially care about the identity of Godzilla himself. Outside of this being a Godzilla movie, it's decently entertaining though. Roland Emmerich knows how to construct a good ride of a movie. The pace rarely lets up. Hell, there's rarely a moment where the characters stand still. I think this is a decent watch if you just turn your brain completely off for it. However, this is a Godzilla film, and this isn't Godzilla. This is. Changing legacy designs so drastically has never been a great idea, especially if you want to appeal to the core fans of the thing you're making. Look at the modern two iterations. They are very much departures from the original, but when you look at them, they are still recognisably Godzilla. This is just a big lizard thing. I will say that I do like how much they hold off on showing you the full design, and the way they do it makes it feel more like it's just too big to fit in the frame rather than they're actually hiding anything, which is neat and nice. So too, the roar is frustratingly close to the original in places, but never quite hits the same timbre, so never lands in the way you want it to. A lot of Godzilla just feels frustratingly distant from the original. Same with the atomic breath, it's just used the once if memory serves, and it is just fire. If you're going to make a Godzilla film, make a Godzilla film, don't just, try and make your own version of Jurassic Park. And that's essentially what the third act of this movie is. It becomes the raptors in Jurassic Park once they introduce the baby Godzillas. Only, instead of a handful of raptors, there's hundreds of baby Godzillas because you've just got to ramp it right on up, I guess. The characters are likeable enough. I've never hated Matthew Broderick, and Hank Azaria is always, nice to see. However, there is one strange thing going on with the plot, and that's how Godzilla was created. Here, unlike in the original, he's not this ancient being. He's named after folklore, sure, but fundamentally he's created as the result of a nest of eggs being irradiated after a nuclear weapons test. A nuclear weapons test we later discover was done by the French. Fine, the French did do nuclear weapons testing, and the results of that nuclear weapons testing was drastic. But so too did the US. I feel like the film could have been quite smart and had something to say about nuclear weapons testing by the US, but I guess that the filmmakers either weren't that self-aware or didn't have the guts to criticise their own country because it might not be that commercially successful otherwise. Honestly, don't know. All I know is that it just didn't feel as smart as it could have been. All in all, Godzilla is in complete shit, but that is not to say that it's especially great either. Certainly, it very much struggles to live up to the Godzilla name and doesn't really have anything to say at the end of the day. I'm finishing up the Gamera Heisei trilogy kinda next with Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris.